by your side, since always a subtle shadow lurks, an enveloping mist that obscures light and reason. The ego, an ancient entity dwelling within the folds of time, emerges as the dark guardian. It is the veil that separates you from your luminous essence, an enigma that drags the being into the twilight of ignorance. The journey of the soul is trapped by the sinister influences of the ego, a dance that miserably leads us away from inner light. It rises as an invisible puppeteer, guiding humanity along winding paths. Its insatiable thirst for recognition, power, and separation from the One transforms it into a devourer of pure essence, a formidable and insatiable egregore. Like a flame veiled by a malevolent wind, the divine essence of man drifts away from the original light. The ancient masters of esotericism warn that the ego is the guardian of the dark gate, an opening to forgotten dimensions. Like a ghost in the night of the soul, it seduces with promises of greatness, while silently stealing the connection with the primordial source. In deep contemplation of this enigma, what emerges is a call to self-reflection. Self-awareness becomes the light that pierces through this dense veil. Only light reveals the intricate plot of its illusions. Only through the recognition and overcoming of this dark entity can man hope to draw closer to the divine light. Abandoning the chains of vanity and illusion, the being progresses on this path, where light is eternal and shadow is but a distant memory. In ancient religious traditions, the ego is consistently portrayed as a subtle demon, a craftsman of darkness weaving truth and deception. Like a dark Mephistopheles, it manifests in various forms, tempting humanity with fleeting promises of greatness and pleasure. Its presence, akin to that of a demon, corrupts the purity of the soul, drawing the being into an endless labyrinth of ephemeral desires. Sacred texts speak of an entity that feeds on desire, one that consumes the very essence of the soul. It is the sovereign of a distorted realm, a realm where light is imprisoned and the path to truth is obscured. Its seductive voice whispers in the ears of unsuspecting men, channeling their desires toward the abyss of depravity. In mythology, it is portrayed as the internal enemy, an adversary threatening to extinguish the divine flame. Its power resembles that of a tempting demon, weaving invisible of illusions that trap the essence in the net of materiality. It feeds on division and conflict, devouring the connection with the divine source. The work on oneself, therefore, becomes the necessary exorcism against this dark presence, the only effective technique to protect oneself from its attacks, weakening it step by step. Recognizing the ego as an inner demon is the first step to defeat it. The paths of self-discipline and wisdom become weapons against the demon that threatens to devour the light. Through mind control and incessant awareness, the initiate can hope to distance themselves from its clutches and one day return to the eternal light in union with the divine. Humanity has always found itself a victim of a dark pact with the ego, a pact that resonates through the ages like a cursed echo. From time immemorial, the ego has infiltrated the minds of the human condition, transforming into an invisible parasite that feeds on the innocent brilliance of their soul. In this cosmic theater, the ego is hidden behind the faces of corrupted leaders, tyrants, and those who have sacrificed truth on the altar of self-glorification. Yet, it is in darkness that the possibility of awakening arises. Recognizing the common condition of victimhood is the first step toward liberation. Through shared understanding and the quest for a deeper connection, humanity can hope to break the chains of collective ego and find the way. Collective awareness thus becomes the exorcism ritual, the means through which humanity can free itself from the yoke of this ancestral demon and reclaim its true luminous nature. Through the centuries, various schools of thought have responded to the urgent call to free humanity from the ego, this insidious demon that undermines its essence. Ancient mystical traditions, philosophical teachings, and spiritual paths have woven a tapestry of wisdom, offering unique tools and perspectives in the battle against this dark force. Esoteric schools have revealed the mysteries of the ego as keys to understanding human nature. Gurdjieff's teaching, which considers self-observation as the primary weapon against the ego, provides a path to unveil its hidden subtleties. Sin awareness thus becomes the torch in the night of illusion, gradually dissolving the chains that hold the soul captive. In Eastern traditions, Buddhism in particular has addressed the ego as an illusion to overcome. The ancient practice of vipassana meditation invites the initiate to look deep within, revealing the transient nature of the ego and paving the way toward liberation. On the other hand, Western philosophies, such as Hermeticism and Neoplatonic philosophy, have explored the concept of inner transformation as the key to overcoming the ego. Alchemy, in particular, symbolized the alchemical work as the process of transmuting the lower ego into a higher form, a kind of spiritual death and rebirth, famously represented by the transformation of lead into gold. However, the solution to this ancient battle cannot be found on a single path. The integration of teachings from various traditions can provide a more comprehensive map for the soul traveler. The common essence among these paths is the invitation to inner exploration, using higher emotions to dissolve accumulated negativity. In the fire of awareness, the solution lies. In collective awakening, in recognizing the interconnectedness of all souls. Humanity, ensnared in the web of collective ego, must cultivate a shared awareness, an awareness that dissolves the illusions of separate individuality. Compassion becomes the balm that soothes the wounds of the ego, opening the way to a broader vision and mutual understanding. In this global awakening, humanity can hope to transform the demon of ego into an ally. The inner light can then shine through the veil of illusion, uniting souls in the eternal dance of existence. Humanity has traversed dark and winding paths until now, but the light of awareness has always been present as a guiding star. Through centuries of gathered wisdom from east to west, we have learned that the solution is not a magical formula, but a radical transformation of self and worldview. Each tradition, uniquely, has cast a different light on the darkness of the ego, revealing the mechanisms of the self-imposed prison. The call to awareness, meditation, compassion, and love are all fragments of a larger mosaic, a soul map that can guide the being through the fog of ego toward the clarity of truth. Hope lies in the collective recognition of our interconnectedness. Every step toward individual awareness is a step toward collective awareness. The purpose of every human is to awaken that spark of awareness, capable of illuminating the path for others and paving the way for those who will come after, for centuries upon centuries.